Oh, we should probably have that on.
Okay, so I'm going to wait for some people to come on, make sure that we can actually go live at two different spots. We're trying to go live on Instagram. There it is, right there. We're going to talk about Vivek and Trump right now because this is an important topic because it is who is going to be our next president, who's going to be running in the primaries, who we are going to be voting for. Now, I want to remind everyone that the primaries are not pretty. These are men and women that are running against each other to be a potential presidential nominee. And primaries are never pretty. They are going to be attacking each other. So Trump, he just did that tweet where it was on Truth Social, where he calls out Vivek. And people are all going, oh, Trump's attacking Vivek. There's all these talking heads saying that Trump's attacking Vivek right now. Well, just wait for a little bit of time because Vivek is eventually going to attack Trump because they are running against each other. They are running against each other. And I want you to just think about what the primaries are going to look like. When you go to vote, you are choosing one candidate to be the presidential nominee. And your vote will get, and each candidate takes a vote from another candidate. Okay? So when you are voting for Vivek, and if Vivek wasn't running against Trump, you might have voted for Trump. It's that simple, guys. And Trump will be on the ballot in several states. Yes, some of these blue states are trying to take him off, but a lot of the red states and most of the states are going to have him on the ballot. And Vivek will also be on the ballot. What they're trying to do is split the vote for Trump. It's that simple. It's that simple, guys. And in the way it works with primaries is when there's a really popular candidate, like think about Obama's second term. When there's a really popular candidate, they all unite behind the really popular candidate to make sure that he gets elected for a second term. Mm-hmm. They are not doing that for Trump. Mm-hmm. They are trying to find people to split the vote so that he will not win. They're trying every angle to make sure that this man is not going to be president again. I mean, we've seen over and over and over again the amount of times they have tried to stop Trump. And when I mean they, I mean evil people, evil, corrupt politicians, globalists, and world leaders that we know are evil. And I'm just really worried about our side because they don't see it. They don't see this Trojan horse. And Vivek, as much as you like what he has to say, I know that he's saying things that you love to hear. And he's owning the left, which is not that hard, by the way, because the left is stupid.
Very easy.
That is not a that's not a reason to vote for him over Trump, who has proven over the last, when he was president for 4 years, that he cares about this country. And that's what he's trying to do. He's literally saying a vote for me is a vote for Trump. A vote for me will save Trump. Excuse me?
Okay, that was crossing the line for me. So, all this Vivek stuff, he's been going for a while, and basically just there's a term that's crude. I'm not going to use, but he's been riding Trump's coattails.
We'll say
that
too.
Yeah, exactly.
They're using Trump's name because they want you. They want the people that will vote for Trump. Voters, yes. They want your vote.
He's been doing that for months and just kissing Trump's butt and blah blah blah, trying to take away the Trump voters. He's been doing that for months now, and we've been sounding the warning and saying, hey,
just be cautious.
Be cautious.
If you're going to, again, back to what are the primaries? There are all these different candidates that you can vote for. And when you vote for one of them, that means that you're not voting for another. So that means the vote gets split.
Yes.
So we're just thinking practically right now.
Yes. So he's been doing that for months. And some people have been calling him out and saying, hey, be careful with this Vivek guy. Same thing that we said about DeSantis.
Yes.
Back when, you remember a few months ago, people got mad when people like us.
Let's remind people.
Yes,
of
let's
that.
go back
so
to the
let's go back to
DeSantis.
DeSantis. And when everyone was saying Trump is attacking DeSantis. Now remember, and I've been telling you guys this.
Volume. How are we doing on the settings?
Can you guys hear us? Just let us know. I know some of you can. So when he started calling out DeSantis. He was saying, people were saying Trump's attacking DeSantis for no reason. And all of these talking heads were getting everyone worked up against Trump because he was calling out DeSantis. And people were saying DeSantis isn't even running. DeSantis isn't even running, and Trump's attacking him out of nowhere.
Remember that? That was just a few months ago. All these same people who right now are backing Vivek were the same ones who were mad at Trump, saying, why is he being mean to DeSantis? He's the best governor in the country. He's not. But what? DeSantis is not even running. And then all of a sudden, DeSantis is running. Trump knew.
And there was a meeting with all of these high up influencers, conservative talking heads at DeSantis headquarters here in Florida to have them unite behind them. Because here's what's happening. These high up conservative talking heads that have millions of followers, they are being told that Trump's done. They are being told that Trump is not going to be allowed on the ballot. They are being told that you need to just abandon Trump because he's done news and go with these guys. And we're going to pay you a bunch of money to promote DeSantis at first. And now DeSantis has been exposed and now it's Vivek. Okay. So you guys need to stay vigilant because here's the thing.
Don't fall for this.
Here's the thing. Either Trump is allowed to be on the ballot and allowed to win, or our country is done. And this isn't even about Trump, guys.
That's it. Those are the two options. That's it.
This
two options.
Why is there balloons?
I don't know.
This isn't even.
I think because I did the peace sign.
Yeah. Okay.
Automatic.
This isn't even about Trump. This is about who they are allowing. Can you
Sorry.
stop that?
Sorry.
It's not. I don't like that.
I just wanted to see how it would work.
It's about who they are allowing to hold the highest office in our land. And we all know that if it's either someone that's controlled by these globalists or it's someone who isn't. And Trump has proven that he is not controlled by them. If you want to come up with me that he's in on it, that's facts. You guys should have laid that to rest a long time ago. Look, because that guy has been FBI raided. He has 91 felony accounts against him for nothing. They tried to impeach him twice. They've called him Hitler. They called him a Nazi. Exactly.
They're not doing it. When's the deep state going to come after Vivek? Because if he's a real deal, like he's claiming to be, then they would be attacking him. But they're not. So
and here's the thing, and this is something that I've said before, and I'm going to say it again. These issues that we really take to heart, like the transing of our children and the critical race theory, BLM stuff, these high up politicians, they actually don't care about these issues. They don't. They want us to keep fighting about these, transing our kids and all of that, even though it's important to us.
It is important.
That's not important to them. They don't care if your kid turns out trans or not. They don't care if your kid's all into BLM or not. They don't care. All they care about is their globalist agenda to take down this country.
Yes.
So we can stay as long as there's someone who's willing to speak against those things that they don't actually care about, but is willing to sign up for all the wars, is willing to push
ship our jobs to China. Which that's what Vivek does.
Yes.
That's
all
what
of those things. As long as they have that person, they're fine with us feeling like we got to win in the trans debate or whatever. And I'm not saying those things aren't important. They are. They're important to us. But to these globalists, they don't care. They just want to continue to further their agendas. Guys, there really is an agenda for a new world order and to collapse our country. Okay? And so this is where I am really tired of these talking heads saying, going after Trump, attacking Trump for calling Vivek out. If Vivek was truly on the side of Trump, Vivek would say instead, yeah, you guys are right. If I can't make it on the ballot, vote for Vivek because Vivek will save me. Instead, he's going, he's using my name in vain. Please be careful. He's not on my side.
So let's clarify what happened.
And then now we're mad at Trump for calling him out?
Let's clarify because a lot of people don't even know. Because what happened, there was a couple things that happened yesterday, and immediately the talking heads started giving their talking points out. And a lot of people don't even know what happened. First of all, Vivek made a massive mistake.
He has a whole campaign on this. It's really weird.
Which I didn't even realize that, but now it's a thing, apparently. So what happened yesterday, which became clear to everyone, apparently it's already been going on. But what happened yesterday is Vivek came and he basically started to very clearly tell people, vote for me, Vivek, in order to help Trump. That's
so manipulative.
So, guys, if you fall for this, I'm sorry. Our country doesn't deserve Trump. You're too stupid. If you fall, no offense, but you're too stupid if you fall for that. our country's done.
I mean, if it was really true,
Like,
Trump would be saying that too. He'd be saying,
seriously.
like, vote for Vivek to save me.
Yeah, it's
but
just,
he's not. He's
it's
saying,
so
guys,
dumb.
be careful. And remember, I want to
The guy's
remind you
a
again.
snake.
I want to remind you again that this is primary season.
Okay.
And Vivek is going to start attacking Trump, just like how
Eventually.
DeSantis started attacking
Eventually,
Trump.
yeah.
Eventually.
DeSantis
And
never
are
did
all
it
these
first.
same
Yeah.
talking heads going to say, oh, Vivek attacking Trump? They're not going to say it because they're being paid by him. These people are being paid. So please, please be careful who you are listening to and make sure that you are doing your own research.
Plant killer, you're exactly right. But, headlines get attention. So you're exactly right, though. Trump went back. And this is the point, because this is what everyone is saying right now. Trump is attacking Vivek. No.
Yeah, we're just basically, that the title is to talk about what they're saying.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. So step one was Vivek lying to Trump voters, saying vote for me instead of Trump in order
He's
to
trying
help
to
Trump.
steal Trump's
That
base.
was what happened first.
Yes.
Then Trump responded. And now you're seeing all these talking heads pretending as if Vivek never did that first attack on Trump, trying to steal his
shirts that
voters.
say "Vote Vivek, Save Trump."
Exactly.
Cringe.
It's cringe.
Yes.
So that happened. And then Trump responds and says, this guy's being dishonest. It's deceitful. And then all these talking heads come out of nowhere. All the same ones who were supporting DeSantis and said, why is Trump attacking DeSantis? Candace Owens,
they're waiting.
people like that.
They're
Piers
just waiting.
Morgan. Who are these people?
They've been waiting this last 6 months because Trump has actually been pretty good this last 6 months. Despite everything he's gone through, he hasn't really made a lot of mistakes that these people can go, ooh, look at what Trump's doing. He's attacking. Finally, Trump does this
Good
tweet on
question.
Vivek, who has been using his name in vain, really, and says, hey, guys, he's not on my side. And now everyone's going, oh, he's attacking Trump.
Yeah.
Instead, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, if he's not on Trump's side and Trump's calling it out, Vivek needs to stop using Trump's name to try and get your vote and your allegiance to him when they're both going to be on the ballot and you can only choose one. Okay.
Yep.
They're trying to split the vote. And we have to be vigilant. We have to be careful about this. And Vivek is like an Obama. He came from nowhere.
Yep.
He's not someone, he wants to be king of the land. This is the president of the United States who has so much power, the most powerful position in the world pretty much right now. Yet I would much rather throw my weight behind someone who's actually done something for this country.
And who's actually being attacked.
Yes. Yes.
So, and I hear a couple of people saying, never attack another Republican. Guys, that doesn't apply in a primary. It just does not apply in a primary.
Yeah,
season.
I don't know why you guys think it's gonna be kumbaya during the primary. That's gonna happen. It's actually been pretty
You're
mild.
voting against each other. And all Trump did is saying this guy's being deceitful. That's all he did. He didn't even come up with a nickname for him yet, which I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
Well, what's the nickname going to be? I'm excited for that. I don't care about this.
And then minus Trump versus Vivek. Here are some reasons why I would not ever vote for Vivek over Trump. One, he's a farmer guy. And you could and you could argue that Trump's a farmer guy because of the vaccine, but I'll make a whole other video about that because that was a worldwide psyop. And that was to take out Trump's economy. That was to bring in mass mail-in voting. That was something like we've never experienced before. And I would say I will criticize him for this. Trump is too trusting and he's learning. He needs to be calling these people out. We need to see who the snakes are because he had a snake as his vice president. He's too trusting, guys. And that is one mistake that Trump has. He likes people. He loves this country. He thought that maybe some of the people in Washington, D.C. were good people when most of them aren't. And that was his mistake. He's too trusting. But I think he's learned from that. And now he's calling these people out that are his opponents. And someone who's running against a very popular president. Trump is very popular. Trump has got 22% black men voting for him, even if not more. In fact, he has 22% black vote. That's including women. I think he has like 30 to 40% black men voting for him. No Democrat has been able to capture the black vote like Trump. He's very, very popular. And
so
if
why is this guy running against him?
You don't run against someone who's popular who can win. Trump can win.
So,
there's no doubt that this man can win, especially after 3 years of Biden.
Let's talk for a second about Ramaswamy, Vivek's argument. His argument, and let's debunk this really quick. His argument is they are not going to allow Trump to run. They're not going to allow him to be on the ballot. They're not going to allow him to run Therefore, you should vote for me instead because they're going to allow me to win. So, okay, here, let's think about this. Just think this through logically. Let me make this point.
Yes, go ahead.
You got two options here. If that's true, and if it's true, let's say it's a big if, and they're not going to allow Trump to run on the ballot. If Vivek is the real deal, if he's really MAGA, they're not going to let Vivek either, and we're done. Just like you said at the beginning, two options: either Trump is on the ballot and we can vote for him, or the country's done. So if Vivek is for real, then they're going to do the same thing to him. Which, by the way, he hasn't gained any attacks from the swamp. Where's the DOJ coming after him?
Yeah,
I see the deep state coming after Elon more than Vivek. Why? Nothing on Vivek. Why aren't they investigating his businesses and going after him and suing him and all this stuff like they're doing to Trump? And Elon's not even perfect. I don't even think he's that great. They're going after him.
Yeah.
Why aren't they? Okay, so if if Vivek is the real deal and he's right and they're going to stop Trump, then they're going to stop Vivek too, and it doesn't matter. Okay, if Vivek is a fraud and they let him run, well, rather, let's put it this way. If they let Vivek run and win, then Vivek's a fraud. The swamp's going to, if they let him, then he's not a threat to the swamp, right? Those are your two options.
Anyone that they let win, if they're trying to get rid of,
sorry,
we need to turn that.
I don't know. I'll turn it off later.
Yeah. Okay, anyway. But anyways, so my call to you is to be vigilant and also know that a lot of the people that have huge followings, they are being paid to promote these, to promote them, and to say how based he is.
Conservative influencers.
Here's where I will say, this is where you draw the line. Even if someone doesn't like Trump, they should be speaking against to what they are doing to Trump, because that is what they're doing to him is dictatorship behavior.
Yes.
It means we are done as a country. We are done as a country because it's dictatorship behavior. If the Republicans were doing this to the Democrats, I would call this out too. It's meaning that we won't be able to have a fair election in this country ever again. I mean, I would say it's even done since 2020. But you have to, if they're talking more about how based Vivek is, then how there is a weaponized DOJ and Democrat judges that are going after Trump right now for nothing, saying that, this current case right now with Trump, where it's crazy.
We're barely even talking about it in conservative media.
People should be talking about this every day, and we're not talking about it enough because we're busy running a school. But we should be talking about it more too, and we are going to be doing more lives. So if you want to tune in more, make sure you follow and subscribe to my channel, or just keep in touch. We're going to be doing more lives. We used to do them a lot together before. And I feel a lot better doing them with my husband. Doing them by myself, I feel like I'm talking to myself. But I love interacting with you guys. But we have to stay vigilant. I don't hate Vivek. I don't think that he's, I'm not going to just dismiss him as completely funded by deep state just yet. But I will say I'm very cautious about this man. And I think we should all be cautious about this man, considering the times that we are in. The 90s, we had time. We don't have time right now. We don't have time to be deceived. We don't have time for a Trojan horse. And I firmly believe that Trump has proven that he's not on that team. He's not part of that side because that side hates him so much. And they're literally trying to put him in prison for the rest of his life, if not kill him. Mm-hmm. And that's the man I want to support. And let's remember that there's a lot of people that left the left, like myself. And we did not sign up with the good old boys of the Bushes and the Mitch McConnells of the Republican Party. We did not sign up for that. We signed up because we liked what Trump was doing. And one of the first things he did was call out his own side, which is a big deal. Big deal. And that is the kind of man I want as my president. I've, seen him in person in twice. A lot of you have seen him in person twice. He's traveled the country. You've seen who he is. He talks to you. He'll do these rallies and he talks to you for 2 hours. We know who he is. We don't know who Vivek is. In fact, he's a practicing Hindu, guys. A lot of people don't know that about him. He's a practicing Hindu. He was not even voting Republican until 4 years ago. Before that, he was. Oh, yeah. And so
we want to talk about Vivek's record for a second.
Yeah.
What about, and the idea that MAGA is getting tricked by this guy. What about the fact that he wants to send our jobs overseas to China? Y'all know that? Just do a little research on Vivek's trade policy.
Yeah.
The most important issue with Trump. Oh, sorry, I can't do the two thing. I'll get the rainbows again or the balloons again.
Exactly.
But probably the two most important issues with Trump is immigration and trade policy.
Yeah. That's how you save America.
That's how you save America.
Yes.
That's the stuff the deep state cares about. That and war, right? That's the stuff the deep state cares about.
Yes.
That's the stuff the globalists, that's the big deal stuff, right? So Vivek is correct on immigration, but he's wrong on trade.
Yeah.
You cannot, let's just be very clear here. And for
or
all
at
the
least
people,
what he says is correct on immigration. Because remember, he's only
yeah, on
this
immigration.
is what all
He's never actually done it. Yeah.
This is what all politicians do.
Yeah.
They say what you
Yeah.
want to hear. I mean,
Yeah.
he said things like,
Yeah.
I'm going to dismantle the Department of Education.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
saying what
I mean,
you want to
come on.
hear. That
Yeah.
is not
Yeah.
something that you could just do.
Yeah. That stuff like when Ted Cruz was like, I'm just going to get rid of the IRS in 2 days. Like,
Yeah.
come on, guys. All right.
I mean, I wish we could.
I wish we could.
Yeah.
But come on, But anyway, so trade policy. Vivek is horrible on trade. He wants to send our jobs to China. I will tell you right now, no Republican can win the White House with that position. The only way that Trump won in 2016 and the only way that any Republican could win in 2024, this is the only way, is by winning the Rust Belt. The Rust Belt, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, those places with lots of union jobs and lots of blue collar workers that want our jobs back, our manufacturing jobs back from China. That is how Trump won. That is how he's leading the polls and destroying Biden right now. If Vivek was the candidate, he would lose those states. And there is no way that he would win. He wouldn't beat anyone on the Democrat side.
Well,
there's no way.
All you would need is someone to expose his position on that.
On trade.
Yeah,
that's
on
it.
trade.
And that's what he would get.
On trade.
And by the way, why are none of these influencers talking about that?
Because they're being paid by him.
Vivek is so base.
Yeah.
Look, he owns
and
this
that's where we need to make sure
liberal.
we need to stick with the specifics. We need to make sure that we're researching, because this is a very consequential time. It's not the 90s anymore. And we have to make sure we're researching the specifics of what these people want to do if they are going to be king of the land, president of this country. Okay. And we have to stay vigilant. That is so important right now during these times. We can't just be deceived. We really can't. We don't have time to be deceived. And
I want you guys, talking about deception, I want you to watch the video on, and the Trump campaign, his lead campaign lady put it out. What's her name again? Her name is, I'll tell you, Liz Harrington. She posted on X, what a creep. Just go to her X account, Twitter account, what a creep. And it's a video of Vivek, and he's talking to an emotional Trump supporting woman at the Iowa caucuses. And the way that this snake talks to this lady, he's emotionally manipulating people. You want to save Trump? I'm here with you. I want to save Trump too. You have to vote for me to save Trump. He is such a manipulative snake. I want you to watch this and tell me that guy is not a fraud. Because how in the world are you saying vote for me, the opponent of Trump, in order to help Trump? It is nonsense. It's not
especially
very complicated.
Since Trump is saying, no, it doesn't help me, guys.
Exactly. If there was some plan,
Trump was like,
where Trump was like, we're working together. Or so, okay, but it's not. Trump is like, no, he's lying to you guys. That is not how you help.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just sad to see so many conservative influencers push this nonsense.
And I want you to ask yourself, if you are a big fan of him, and I've actually had people unfollow me. They were when I spoke against Vivek, I think I lost like 300 followers on Instagram. Yeah, it's not on Instagram. We're just on YouTube, but that's okay. On Instagram, because I talked about the things I was concerned about with Vivek. That's really creepy to me. That people are just like, I immediately love this man, and I'm going to unfollow you if you share your concerns. Like that's creepy. I follow people that disagree with me on Trump. Like seriously. And also on top of this, they are the tribalness for one, the bandwagonness, but what really do you love about this guy? Because he's had some viral moments where he owned some reporter. Is that it? What other action? What other action can you say besides those viral moments where he owned some reporter? Because he's very, smooth talking, right? If that's your only reason to vote for him over Trump and to say he's the good guy and he's great and we love him. That's a really dumb reason in these consequential times. And I've been there before myself. I did it with Obama. I loved Obama's
He sounded
words.
nice.
He sounded nice. He sounded
Mhm.
great. He was saying what I wanted to hear. And I was very much deceived by him. I'm not going to allow that to happen again to me. And I'm also not going to be controlled. And if people are like, we're unfollowing you because you don't like Vivek, well, that's the kind of person that I don't want following me anyways, because that's a sheep. That's someone who can't hear someone
You
who
can't have a
disagree with them.
conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't voice an opinion that's 100% aligned to everyone else. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah. And again, like I said, why do you like him so much? Is because he had some viral moments that all of the influencers are sharing? Or is it because he's actually done something to save this country? Because he wants to go straight to the top. He doesn't even want to pay his dues. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I will admit there's some similarities with Trump, because Trump did that too. He was a businessman and then and he likes that similarity. He's like, I'm just like Trump. I'm a businessman and I'm going to become, but Trump was saying the same message for 20, 30 years.
Yes. Trump was saying the exact same thing on trade,
and
on
we know
immigration.
Trump. I watched The Apprentice.
War. Yeah. He's been saying it since the 80s.
Yes.
40 years he's been saying, and Vivek comes out of nowhere and he's already got the wrong message on trade.
I mean, he donated to Act Blue or Vote Blue or whatever that, like as little as 10 years ago. I mean, the guy is young. I mean, he's just, I need more time. I would need more time from him before I'm going to put him as the president of our country.
Yeah, no. And here's the thing, like Holly said, this goes back to the bottom line is the guy that the entire deep state's going after, the guy that they're trying to lock up for like 700 years, that if we're not allowed to vote for him, the country's done. That's it. It's just that simple, guys. If you're not allowed to vote for who you want, the most popular Republican president in modern history, if you're not allowed to vote for that guy, then forget about it. The whole thing's done. The country's lost if that's the case. You know, I mean, what are we doing? Like, it's embarrassing to me that this country, we are at this point where the entire deep state is just dictatorship going after one guy. And we're just like, hey, yeah, but this one other guy said something based once or twice. And, you know, are we this stupid? Is our population this easily tricked? Guys, what are we doing? Come on, this is just, it's embarrassing. And so it's frustrating. That's why we wanted to do this live, is because we see this stuff and we see people getting tricked. And it's frustrating because it's like the same thing just happened. Well, similar with DeSantis, just like 6 months ago. And we're doing this again, you know, but fortunately, you know, Trump's killing everyone in the polls. And so it's like, I don't think the majority are being tricked by this, but we just wanted to give some context to the talking points that some of these influencers are giving, which is, you know, why is Trump attacking Vivek as if it's out of nowhere?
And the thing is, there's people in the comments that are upset that because they love Vivek or whatever, they've been deceived by him, and they're like, you're only showing comments that support your claims. It's like, guys, this is my platform. I can show the comments I want
to do.
Yeah,
deal with it.
Doesn't mean that I'm going to kick you out or anything. Like, that's like unfollow, unsubscribe, bye bye. You know, like,
well, how about this? You're only saying things you agree with.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you say things
why
that
don't
you don't agree
yeah,
with?
Why don't you? Anyways, it is what it is. It's brutal out there to put your opinion out there. There's people are very like, I'm unfollowing you now because you didn't say everything that I agree with. And that's whatever. Yeah. The reality is we just need to stay vigilant. And the average person is a Trump supporter in this country. Really. If you talk to the people on the street, people like Trump. They don't like Vivek. Let's vote for the guy that's the most popular. And also that has proven that he's not on the side of these creepy, elitist, globalist creeps.
By the way, Trump hasn't even started to attack Vivek yet. Yeah. Hasn't even started.
People are gonna. They're scared.
Just wait.
Snowflakes.
If this dude starts to climb in the polls a little
since
bit.
When are we sensitive about mean tweets?
I know.
Like, I thought we liked the mean tweets.
I love the mean tweets. Like, this is the problem. And just wait until Trump starts going after his policy positions. You just wait. You wait a couple months, and Trump will start talking about Vivek's record on trade,
and that's
start
what they're
going
scared
into
of.
His history.
And that's why they have to prime you, and they have to get you emotionally quickly detached from Trump.
Yes.
Oh, they're going to start saying all the same things, which they did during DeSantis, which was so frustrating to me. These talking heads that got their following from defending Trump for their 4 years that Trump was president. They got their following from selling shirts with his face on them, making money off of his face, are now calling him a narcissist and that he's crazy and that he needs to step aside and let someone fresh come in and da-da-da. And then I started seeing their followers repeat that. And I'm like, wow, this is so This is so sad. It's sad to me. And honestly, if that's where we're headed, if you guys are that easily swayed, I'm not saying everyone. There's a lot of, I'm seeing all of you in the comments.
It's not the majority.
If the majority is that easily swayed, we don't deserve Trump. We just don't. We don't deserve him. We deserve to have our country collapse because we're too stupid to see that these people are manipulating us and being paid to manipulate us. So stay vigilant. Stay and ask God to reveal the truth to you, to help you to see the snakes, to see the Trojan horses, and you can't just be so trusting of someone just because they say something based every once in a while and everyone shares it. That's not a good enough reason for me. So I'd rather vote for the guy that has Nancy Pelosi literally screaming her head off, and there are endless investigations and they're freaking out because they don't ever want him in power again. That's the guy for me. And that's it for today. I love everyone that joined us. We had over 100 people. So this is a good time. Sunday mornings, if you're around, maybe we'll do this every Sunday morning after my workout. So I'm nice and fresh. And this is my husband, Joshua, by the way. He's on Instagram. He's been banned a lot, so he doesn't really like to post, but I'm trying to encourage him to post more because
YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all that.
Yes. Yeah. Anyways, God bless you guys. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. And I pray that God bless Vivek, even though he believes in multiple gods because he's a Hindu. But God bless Vivek. I pray that he will drop out so that Trump can get his second term. And by the way, it's not cult behavior to want a second term for a president that did a good job first term.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not.
Yeah. I mean, Obama got to do a second term. I want to see Trump a second term.
People can scream that all I want.
There's nothing wrong with that.
My pocketbooks
Don't let
would
people
like him
shame
back.
you for that, for wanting Trump for a second term. There's nothing wrong with that.
Seriously.
All right. God bless you guys.